Focus on the latest Islamic State Group video released on Sunday. Of course, a second French citizen identified now.
That's right, Michael dos Santos. He's all over the French press today. Le Parisien calls him the other Islamic State Group executioner. Now, the 22-year-old was identified by authorities yesterday after his mother recognized him in this video. And Le Parisien quotes his mother's reaction. She said, "Yes, that's him. I recognize him right away. It's horrible. He's an assassin."
And the magazine L'Obs tells us a little bit more about him.
That's right. Michael dos Santos grew up in Champigny-sur-Marne, so in the outskirts of Paris. Now, he's a third-generation Portuguese immigrant. He was raised a Catholic, and L'Obs actually interviewed former neighbors of his who said that, you know, he was your average, nice and polite kid, always eager to lend a hand. L'Obs points out that his path to jihad is very similar to that of the first French citizen who was recognized in that video. So 22-year-old Maxime Auchard from Normandy. Now both of them converted to Islam, to radical Islam, when they were in high school, and both of them actually headed to Syria pretty much around the same time in 2013.
And of course, they're not the only foreigners fighting alongside the Islamic State Group. You found a piece in Le Figaro.
That's right. Le Figaro reminds us that an estimated 15,000 foreigners from 80 countries are fighting alongside the Islamic State Group and other Islamist groups in Syria. This article points out that it's no coincidence that the Islamic State Group is featuring these foreigners prominently in their propaganda videos and using them as executioners. You can see here they're saying that this is a calculated move. It's part of their terror strategy. This article says all this is aimed at scaring the enemy on the one hand and also recruiting new followers.
Now, French paper is also continuing to focus on a major scandal that's rocking the football world here in France.
That's right. Let's take a look at the front page of Libération. They talk about the football mafia today. Now, Tuesday was a very dark day for French football. Two separate scandals came to light. So, first of all, police took 4 officials from the Marseille team into custody amid a probe into the club's shady transfer dealing. So that's one scandal. And in a separate investigation, police arrested 9 club presidents over suspicions of match fixing in the second division. So Libé says all this, well, it pretty much shows that the French football world is going down a very dark path.
Yeah, in their editorial, they're really kind of pulling out the red card, aren't they?
Absolutely. Libération wonders, is ethical football still possible? And, well, Libé doesn't have a lot of hope. They really doubt this. And they say it's not only a French problem. This is the editorial in Libé that says that football today has become the mirror of our global and hyper-capitalist society where rules and laws disappear in the face of money and power. It's all about cynical back-scratching and shady agreements. Libération says long gone is the day when Albert Camus, that famous French author, wrote, "Everything I know about morality and ethics I owe to football." You wouldn't really hear very many people saying that today.
I suspect not. Now then, this is a man we haven't mentioned for at least a couple of days. Former President Nicolas Sarkozy continues to be in the spotlight. It's after he vowed to revoke the gay marriage laws if he's elected in 2017. Now says, though, he wants to scrap other laws as well.
That's right. Now, Sarkozy drew widespread criticism for those comments that he was going to, well, he vowed to scrap that gay marriage law if he were re-elected. But Le Point points out he's on a revoking roll. He was speaking at a rally in Mulhouse yesterday, and he vowed to revoke a controversial law on student timetables, once again, if he's elected president in 2017. This controversial law upset a lot of people, especially on the right.
And Le Parisien reminding us of the timing of these comments.
That's right. In 10 days, the UMP party is going to hold a party congress where it's going to elect a new leader. And, of course, Nicolas Sarkozy is one of the candidates. You can see the other 2 main candidates in Aujourd'hui en France today. So you have Bruno Le Maire in the middle there and Hervé Mariton. It's going to be a tight race, says Aujourd'hui en France. Now, the party was rocked by vicious internal fighting after the 2012 presidential election. And that election cost the party a lot of money. And what Aujourd'hui en France is focusing on today on their front page, and you can see this, is the fact that that election, that presidential election, cost everybody, all parties, a lot of money. And it wasn't only the 2012 presidential election, it was also the 2012 legislative election. So you can see here, they're talking about the hidden face of 2012. Both of those elections cost 600 million euros combined to organize. So Aujourd'hui en France sums this up quite well in a cartoon, and they poke a little fun at Sarkozy. On the left there you can see a random voter saying, wow, elections are really expensive, and Nicolas Sarkozy saying there, well, if you want us to revoke elections, it won't cost a thing.
You never know, it might happen. All right, thank you, Flo. Flo Wilbur with the French papers on France 24 here. Coming up, the thermal camera film recording heat waves. Web News.